EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 22, Burrow. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Rolling to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow looking to pass. Now Burrow loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Nwangwu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Keeps himself upright. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they go play action now. Burrow sliding out of the pocket. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Burrow on 3rd down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
First down, here's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2. And definitely not playing the check down game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Burrow on play action. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now it's Burrow. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Burrow will throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted. They're going to look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Tight dog. 60 by 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And some room to maneuver. 1:52 to play until halftime. He gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. Makes the score Vikings 24, Broncos 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? With the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 77 yards. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
First down. Here's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Complete. Smith has it. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They run. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
DJ Waddle.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Escaping the pressure right.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. Oh, he shifts past him, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Touchdown, Vikings! D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
He'll look to throw. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 55.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
They find some open field here. Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Cook, a 1st down and more. Cook able to escape, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
2nd and 13. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On one, right? 56 is the mic. Coverage.
They run it again with Cook. A nice little juke. And bulldozing his way through. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 172 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long time.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.